Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, another one bites the dust, another one to add to the list as woke entertainment meets its inevitable fate, which is of course total demise. Another unfunny left-wing hack has been cancelled. Of course, this time I'm sure you guys have heard the news. TBS's Full Frontal with Samantha Bee. Samantha Bee, of course, who started on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart all those years ago, got her own spin-off show called Full Frontal. That's been forced on air for nearly a decade, with absolutely abysmal ratings. Well, finally, I guess because of the cultural shift that we've been experiencing, TBS feels confident enough to finally cancel the show and move on, citing a new programming strategy, which, hey, if you ask me, might be anything that isn't woke. Woke media is dying, folks, and it's something that we just gotta talk about. And of course, the connection of the left can't meme, and the left is destroying comedy. We've got some stuff to cover, so let's roll the tape. Alright friends, so take a look at this Fox News report right over here. TBS cancels left-wing, quote, Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, citing a new programming strategy. Bee, who famously shocked viewers in 2018 by calling the then first daughter of Ivanka Trump a feckless C-word, spent years attacking conservatives at all costs. As we continue to shape our new programming strategy, we've made some difficult, business-based decisions, TBS said in a statement to Fox News Digital. Full Frontal with Samantha Bee will not return to TBS. We are proud to have been the home to Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, and thanks Sam and the rest of the Emmy-nominated team for their groundbreaking work, the statement continued. We celebrate this extraordinarily talented cast and crew, and look forward to exploring new opportunities to work with them in the future. Of course, nothing but a PR corporate response. The little nuggets in there tell you all that you need to know. It's a difficult business decision. In other words, being woke doesn't pay. Being an angry leftist that does nothing but blah blah blah, Donald Trump bad, men bad, conservatives evil, doesn't bring in the same bucks that it did back in 2016 through 2018. And of course, that momentary little blip during the 2020 election. And for me, folks, it boils down to one thing. A lot of people would say get woke, go broke, which of course is a factor. But to me, at the end of the day, when it comes to the entertainment industry, when it comes to business in general, Michael Jordan had a quote from back in the day that just sticks in my mind when he was getting flack for not taking a political stance, I believe in the 1990s. Of course, at the time he was teamed up with Nike and they were launching the Jordan brand. And he said specifically to his critics, well, hey, Republicans buy sneakers too. What an absolutely awful business model it is to spend all of your time being a partisan hack that just trashes on conservatives and to label yourself as a comedian. Now look, it's one thing if you're doing a talk show like I am and you're focused on politics and what you're doing is totally opinion piece. You know, some people tell me that I'm just like CNN and I'm too biased. Well, no, I'm not like CNN because what I do is crap on liberals. That's literally the point of this channel. That's the stated mission. But when your stated mission is comedy that's supposed to be for everybody and all you ever do is nag and whine and complain and push Trump conspiracies one after another, well, eventually it's going to get pretty old. You're targeting a very specific minority of people who are so out of their mind partisan, people that are so deeply obsessed with Donald Trump and Republicans being the boogeyman, that even when it comes to comedy, all they ever want to hear is orange man bad, orange man skin orange, ha 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 ha, insert laugh track here. And like I said, that's a very slim minority. I think even most Democrats, at least the most modern, normal ones, are sick of it. And of course, it's really not surprising. I mean, Lily Singh was a train wreck.
And as a woman, I'm especially stoked to join this group of people. I understand that for some people, white people, seeing someone like me host a show is terrifying. Hashtag not my Carson Daly.
But Full Frontal with Samantha Bee wasn't really that far off.
If we want to keep our food supply safe, we should first keep our workers safe. So naturally, the president isn't. Following aggressive lobbying from the meat industry, Trump issued an executive order aimed at reopening meat processing plants. Look, it's not shocking the president leapt into action to save meat. Because burgers? You in danger, girl. It's embarrassing that the Where's the Beef place is out of beef. It'd be like if someone at Taco Bell was caught thinking inside the bun.
So if you want to hear about Trump's social media summit, his threatened ICE raids, and his failed effort to weaponize the census, turn to TBS 2 for Full Frontal After Dark, where I rant in my sleep about what a prick our president is. Then stay tuned for Old Sheldon. But for now, show. Sadly, the only thing that should surprise anyone is that he wrote "from which they came" to avoid ending a sentence with a preposition. Way to go, Shakespeare! Now return your head to the orifice from which it came.
Yeah, I think that one's gonna get a big ol' yikes from me. The fundamental issue with leftist comedy is that it's just exactly that, fundamentally unfunny. And it's that narrow window that really just ruins everything. That's the phenomenon of the left can't meme. You gotta walk on eggshells. So many things are taboo and off limits. Can't talk about that. No, well, can't go there. How are you supposed to be funny or entertaining if you put yourself within a box? And that's fundamentally the difference. I spoke about this in a video that I made a couple days ago, where that leftist made a joke about Republicans that I actually found was kind of funny. I mean, I chuckled at it, and then immediately he ruined the damn thing by apologizing for his behavior and all of the groups that he may have offended. And that right there is the issue. That's why feminists are unfunny. That's why leftists are unfunny. For conservatives, basically nothing or very few things are off limit. I mean, a bunch of the memes that we cover and a bunch of the jokes that we make or other people make that we find funny, in many cases, target conservatives. I mean, there is a massive amount of memes and jokes aimed at Donald Trump that are legitimately funny, and everyone can laugh at them. And there's a whole load of incredibly funny memes targeting rhinos and ridiculous Republicans. But when it comes to leftists, it's the same thing over and over again. It's the same joke. And what do you expect when you craft your entire career and persona of doing nothing but going after Donald Trump? Then 6 years later, 7 seasons later, you're wondering why nobody's watching anymore. I mean, let's really put it into perspective. Specifically for Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, take a look at these ratings from the start of 2022, February 4th, 2022. Full Frontal with Samantha Bee was pulling in 80,000 in key demographic 18 to 49 aged viewers, and 300,000 with all viewers. 0.3 million, so 300,000 viewers. A huge production crew, joke writers, monologue writers, editing, skits, other people working on her show as correspondents and doing all kinds of stuff. An entire team, an entire production crew and writing staff dedicated to producing entertainment, laughs, and enjoyment. And she's getting less views than your average YouTuber just opening the mic and talking on YouTube. Not even necessarily trying to be entertaining or funny, but just being themselves and providing opinion. And the only reason these people exist is because these mainstream media networks continue to prop them up. Full Frontal with Samantha Bee has a 25% average audience score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 5.6 out of 10 rating on IMDb, with 43.7% of the ratings rating her show 1 star. She's getting 300,000 viewers in the TV ratings and only 80,000 in the key demo, and yet she survived 7 seasons. I mean, that is absolutely outrageous. I mean, let's talk about privilege for a second. White privilege this, white privilege that. Nowadays, and especially in the entertainment industry, again, it's nothing but leftist and protected status privilege. Any other show or entertainer actually being held account for their performance wouldn't have lasted 7 seasons. Republican men, bad, full-on feminist, absolutely unfunny Samantha Bee only gets her show canceled in 2022. It's proof of 2 things, folks. The first is leftist and protected minority group privilege, and the second is more proof of this culture shift as the woke continues to go broke, and another woke garbage, unfunny leftist hack TV show bites the dust. Another one to add to the list. And of course, the world, but more specifically the world of entertainment, is better for it. Good riddance, Samantha Bee. It's a miracle you lasted this long. That's what I got for you guys, though. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. I'm gonna get back to work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.